people say that, well, water's a lot like air. Do you charge for air? Of course not. You shouldn't charge for water. Well, okay, watch what happens. You won't have any water.
An industry with no regulation. Lakes and rivers sucked dry by foreign corporations. Water tainted with mind-controlling drugs. And now, startling charges that foreign enemies are stockpiling our precious resource.
Yo, who's taking our waters? The equivalents to pedophiles raping our daughters. And the question pops up, where the fuck is the fathers? And the warriors is fighting for the rights of our waters. The average mind wouldn't think about it, only the snakes. But they fucking with the water coming from the Great Lakes. Putting poison in the water and toxins in the plastic that's bottling the water. It's past drastic, it's catastrophic. Humans are fast asleep. Got our minds plugged in, hypnosis is deep. Like all the shit that we deal with is sort of hypnotic. Like tap water in a bottle and they making a profit. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I know that I hate it. Cause they fucking with the shit that we hold so sacred. Would you pay for the light that we get from the sun? Everybody's fucking sleep, blind, deaf, fucking dumb.
Lithium is used for people with bipolar disorder or manic depressive. It slows down and calms the brain. It makes the person docile. Since uranium is an estrogen and hormone disruptor, the female population is expanding and the male population is shrinking.
This lie's a killer. Cover 1 million square miles like lakes and rivers. The father said the only way to have a boy is bust hard. I got 2 girls, I guess I ain't bust hard enough. Give me the Desert Eagle and put me in the middle of such. Bust the rich corporations in the middle of their gut. Blood spilled, I splattered every one of your sections. I'm psychotic from the water and it's antidepressants. Trying to put me in a home for the shit that they did. Now that I got cancer, so will every one of my kids. Cause the shit you fucking gave me turned me into a battery. Charged with assault and battery, you got the audacity. My tolerance level is at 0 gravity. No more of your bullshit, get fit for capacity. Fucking with our lives, fucking with the genes in our bodies. Fuck the New World Order and fuck the Illuminati, what?
And then you have the hormones in the plastics in the bottle or hormone disruptors interacting with the radiation and the other materials that are in the water. So you have 1 + 1 is not 2. It's 10 times worse the way they
It's like
interact.
taking uranium and mixing in opium and a fuse wired to a bomb made of plutonium. Mix carbon and oxygen and cause an explosion. That's equivalent to everything they setting in motion. I'm a scientist, nothing that they do is surprising. I don't put shit past the government that's conniving. Like when you think about the water that can cover this country 10 feet deep, the Great Lakes can do it so lovely. And they poison that shit. They're drinking water for every man, woman, and child, poor or rich. So whoever controls it controls the economy and the monetary units and the natural geology. Controlling the world is like controlling weather and space. If you really believe in God, then why don't we stop them? Cause shit is bigger than a religion. Fuck a religion, that's more prison than prison.
The big companies are Veolia and Suez from France, because privatization started in France, and that wasn't such an issue when it was local. But what has happened is these companies has expanded all over the world. So you see a company like Veolia going to a poor country in the developing world and buying their water system.
And selling it back to the people.
Because it's a for-profit system, they need to make money. And they always raise the rates because they need to make a profit.
So is there a water conspiracy?
Yes. The ultimate conspiracy is a company bribing politicians, has no regulation, but even if a government owns it, that's too much control. In China, they use dams to cut off water to villages regularly, the government, for control issues. The Chinese word for water derives from the same Chinese word control.
You've probably heard that corporations are controlling all of the water in the world now. It's not just corporations. We're talking about individuals taking control of massive amounts of water. Did you know that the Bush family has bought up 100,000 acres of land in Paraguay? Because that land is sitting on top of the largest aquifer in the world. They can suck it dry and then sell the water back to the people who live there.
I know what people say that, well, water's a lot like air. Do you charge for air? Of course not. You shouldn't charge for water. Well, okay, watch what happens. You won't have any water.
Once pledged allegiance to the flag of what was once known as United States of America, and to the republic for which she stood. Thought she was one nation under God, indivisible, illiberal, injustice for all. The mic was in my clutches. The mic was in my clutches. The mic was in my clutches. The mic's in my clutches. The mic was in my clutches. Pledged allegiance to the flag of what was once known as United States of America, and to the republic for which she stood. Thought she was one nation under God, indivisible, illiberal, injustice for all. The mic was in my clutches. The mic was in my clutches. The mic's in my clutches. The mic's in my clutches. The mic was in my clutches. But fair ain't the same, so what's fair is gone. Slaves searching for them diamonds in Sierra Leone. But nah, put me on that shit, had me searching the internet. And the song Kanye did about the diamonds around your neck. Get your arm chopped off just for stealing a diamond. Like one arm's picking cotton, but the same arm's mining. In America, cotton was picked, Africans whipped. But in Sierra Leone, their arms get ripped. Once pledged allegiance to the flag of what was once known as United States of America.